Sport today, uncovering some of what transpired at the weekend. It was indeed an action-packed weekend. Before not wasting any time, let's go and look at the back page. Well, as you can see there, an important weekend, and Pirates looks ahead to build. They look ahead to build, and well, the fans were excited as the team played in action in a friendly match there. I'll also take you through to the front page of the Sports Wrap. And there you can see a wounded lion roars. Wounded lion roars, and the NPFL Boeing takes off. And now for your stories in detail. Well, John Paulus, that's Gelominus, thought that he had lost his fight after going down in the second round to Anthony Yarman, but the boxer came back and left it late in the 10th round, beating Anthony Yarman by knockout. That was at the WBO Africa super middleweight title. That was John, and we also have what John had to say about the fight.
For me, when I get in cut, so I listened to my corner and the blood was disturbing me. So I tried to come up strong, but my corner is pushing me. Guys, don't leave this chance. And I try hard to fight like a lion. So I won't give up. And then I thanks for the victory.
You made a fantastic comeback after being knocked out. So tell us about your comeback. And did you have to dig very deep?
So yeah, it wasn't easy. I don't know what to say now, guys. I was not thinking that I'm going to win because for the card that I get, and it's a card. It's a jab, a left hand catching me. In boxing, you can receive any card, anytime. That's right.
Right, and Esther, what did you think of his performance?
Yeah, he fought against a very experienced boxer, Anthony Yarman. We have to give him a thumbs up. Congratulations, Anthony, you put up a great fight. And for sure, John, you saw he's a lion heart. You know, if you get the harder they are, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. You will see he fall very hard there, but because of the big heart, he managed to get up and put up a great fight. This was one of a good fight. Of course, Anthony did a good job, but now Anthony is a great boxer. We know the power of John, but Anthony was waiting it all the time. And we tell him, now don't box him again, let's fight him, let's fight him. Let's take the fight to him, let's do the fight close and throw the punches. Through everywhere in the body, in the head, then for sure we're going to catch him. Then
Well, that was John there. Quite a happy man. Nesta as well from the NTC, Nesta Sunshine Boxing and Fitness Academy, was very happy indeed with the resounding success. Well, the NPFL Boeing took off. According to its director, Mabos Fries, they officially unveiled the Namibia Premier Football League. That was on Saturday at the NFA Football House, and there in presence was Namibia Olympics Committee president, that's Abner Xoagub, who's been assigned to football. And this is what Xoagub had to say.
I'm president of the Olympics Committee, which is of course a member also, which the FIFA is a member of, and so is the NFA. We had the launch of the Namibia Premier Football League. What's your role in simple terms?
I will say that from the Namibia National Olympic Committee, I'm the president of the Olympic Committee and the Commonwealth Games Association. NFA is a member of the National Olympic Committee, and what we do is that every year, beginning of the year, we will take the executive board members and we will assign them to the different sport codes. For 2021, I have been assigned to take care of the Namibia Football Association, and it's on that basis that I've attended this event and partake in this launch of this league. It is long overdue. Our people are hungry for football, but as I've also said that, I mean, it's not only football, it's an economic income source for hundreds of people around the country. So it's not only football starting, but I mean, it is restoration of the economic revival of those people who are benefiting from football.
Okay, so in terms of organization-wise, are you happy with the idea that they have sold here?
I'm actually happy with the process that took place, but I will say that I'm, on the other hand, liberties. They could have done kind of prepare themselves, because it has been coming long time. I would have seen, for instance, that there are representatives of the different 12 clubs in the outfits of the clubs. I would have loved to see that we have representatives from clubs also saying something about the league and being interviewed and so on. So, but I mean, that's not happening. Basically, there's still time. They can do that next week, Friday, and then Saturday at the beginning of the games also, club presidents and chairpersons can also be given opportunity to talk to the nation and tell them that, I mean, what they are planning with their teams and so on. After the 1st of August, the new league season will be starting, and we hope that, I mean, by that time they will be more organized, and we will see Namibian football coming back to action, and then our players earning some money and taking care of their families.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
That was Abner Xoagub, the president of the Namibia National Olympics Committee. His role is to see and look at and observe what is happening in football, because football, NFA is a member of the World Olympics Committee. So that's why Xoagub is actually part of this. And as well, we continue with football. Orlando Pirates played a friendly match this weekend, and Coach Woody Jacobs surfaced as the coach of Orlando Pirates, including that he will be assisted by Jeffrey Roman. And this is what Roman had to say.
Jeffrey Roman, assistant coach of Orlando Pirates. The thing is, we've been informed about the start of the league, the NPFL, starting next week on the 17th of April. So we're having our first match right now as I speak against DTS as a preparatory match. We're looking at building a team for the season, for the transitional league and the season that is going to follow in August. Right now we're having difficulty finding players, quality players, due to the time frame that we've been given. It's been quite limited, but we've been doing exceptionally in the sense, or with the limits that we've been facing. So we're actually happy with what we have brought up till this point, and we're hoping that we can get a few more before the transitional league starts, which will be by next week Friday. So we're still working on a few players that we can say would bring us more quality and depth within the squad. That is the most important thing that we're looking for. But I can guarantee the Pirates faithful that with what we have collected now and what we are bringing through the development ranks, which with the players that came through the transition or the layout of football, we have had a few players, youngsters coming through wanting to play for the team of their community, and there's talent out there. And I can, like I was saying, I can tell the Pirates folklore that they should be expecting good things from this team.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Jesse.
Yeah, bro.
All right.
and welcome back to the show. Well, and on to cycling news. Tristan De Lange displayed excellent form to win the Nedbank UCI Class cross-country race at Farm Windhoek on Saturday. Meanwhile, in the women's race, Gabriella Wraith secured the win, also over 5 laps in 1 hour 29 minutes and 13 seconds over fellow Namibian Marius Schoenker, Irene Stein and Courtney Liebenberg. Now you will also have an interview with Gabrielle Wraith that was prepared by Republicane's Andrew Pullman.
The race went very well. I felt very strong, even though the wind was quite windy. But yeah, very strong. We started off together, and then I just realised I had quite a big gap. So the second and the third lady is still not in. Yeah, I just felt really good and strong because they had a very bad fall 4 weeks ago. So I was a bit worried about how I'm going to do in this race, but it went very well.
Okay, no, great to see. So you also did well this year in the road cycling so far?
Yes, I did second place after Vera Adrian. And then for the national championships I had my bad fall, which is healing now. But yeah, there I actually was also doing quite well. I had a fall right at the beginning. Managed to do it, to ride, still do 50k, but then I had to give up because I broke a little bone in my wrist. So yeah, I'm very happy that this went smoothly.
So what is next for you? Do you have any goals in the road cycling or in the mountain biking?
No, I think mountain biking is my strong point because the technical stuff is actually my strong point. So trying maybe there is another CO in June, so I will be competing in that one, and then maybe in South Africa I will compete in a few. There's one on 1st of May, there's a sea race in Paarl I will compete, and I'm hoping maybe for either Commonwealth or maybe in a few years Olympics. Let's see.
Great stuff, congratulations.
It was excitement there from the bikers, quite excited about the victory. Well, Emma Neris headed the Brave Gladiators. That was a late winner to over Angola, beating the Angolans 1-0 in a friendly match that was on Saturday at the Sam Nujoma Stadium. Remember, Namibia had beaten Angola 4-0 in the first match of the friendly set, but actually the second match proved quite difficult as the Angolans proved difficult to crack down against the Namibians. However, Neris came out and actually scored the final winning match. And remember, Spanish La Liga player Zenata Coleman was named the lady of the match for that game. So big ups to Namibia there. Women football is indeed growing. And Wanderers also got off to a better start in the Namibia Rugby Union Premier League, flowing a 24-12 victory over Western Suburbs. That's at the Hage Geingob Stadium on Saturday. That was on Saturday afternoon. The league is back and people hope for more exciting rugby matches at the weekend. You can see the young boy there, quite excited with the return of rugby. It was a bloody affair, and some of the players going off with bloodied noses there, but it was indeed a great thing to see the Rugby Premier League return as well. There was also action in Walvis Bay where Kuru played Rehoboth indeed. And then the Buko Festival that took place, that's at the coast, and it was indeed a very important and an exciting tournament or event, schools event hosted by the Walfish Bay Private School that was deemed as a roaring success. We have pictures for you there, hockey pictures, rugby pictures. It was actioned all over, and they say it was indeed quite a special and important event, and it was a success indeed. And then we also have some tennis interviews that took place. That was also at the weekend with Wellington Simbada. Quite excited with the talent that Namibia has in terms of tennis. And this is what they had to say.
I'm Nomen Makwaza. I'm with Johan Terrence School at Escavia.
I'm Wellington Simbada. I'm working for NTA, Namibia Tennis Association, as the coordinator development coordinator.
Okay, we'll start with you, sir. What do you make of today's tournament, and how has your players performed so far?
Above all, I'm very happy with the performance of our players, and of course, you always have those downfalls. But above all, we are happy as a tennis school.
Okay, in terms of your stars, who are some of the players that surprised you today?
There hasn't been much surprise because all of them, they have performed according to what we were expecting them to do, though we had one or two upsets which we're not expecting, but we look forward to working on that in the future.
Okay. Wellington, you said you're a bit disappointed earlier on the phone call. From what stems this disappointment?
Oh, the performance, it was impressive for my players. I think it's a big challenge because I think they didn't train enough. I've been away for 2 weeks. There was no one who was taking care of them, so I could tell everything fitness-wise.
They were not.
They were not up to scratch.
Okay, but what's the way forward? I mean, this is behind you now.
It's back to the drawing board. Back to training. They have to work hard, prepare for the next tournament. I'm around now. I think I'm going to take them through a lot, fitness wise. I've got a long time to prepare for the next junior tournament.
Okay. In terms of development wise here, tournaments of this nature, where do you see it taking Namibian tennis in general? I mean, the quality, has it improved over the years right now?
Yeah, the quality has improved over the years because we have seen, from my side, from the tennis school side, we have our development program running because we all start from the schools and we've got our own structures that help us to feed in the program until we get to our performance players, up to the Daniel Yausis, the George Lowe's, Oliver Leisure, and all the other youngsters who are up and coming. Yes.
Okay. So thank you so much, gentlemen. It has been a privilege having you.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Okay.
Well, that was actually an interview from the two gentlemen. They were present at the Sanlam Junior Tennis Tournament, which took place at the Tennis Central Courts. They say talent is there, and we do expect the next Serena Williams or Novak Djokovic or Rafael Nadal to come out from one of those pleasant youngsters. There will also be a senior tournament this coming weekend, and that's in Windhoek. Well, we caught up with a Brave Warriors legend per se. Apologies that we mentioned him as the top scorer. He's not the top scorer, Rudolf Bursary is, but of course one of the players or strikers that played an important role in football as well as for his clubs, Civics and all that. Well, this is what he had to say. With that, I would also call it a day. Thank you for having watched or joined us for this Sports Rap show. Don't forget to catch us again. That is on Thursday for another action-packed show. Remember, the Namibia Premier Football League is coming back, and it could be broadcasted live on our platforms, and that will be this coming weekend. So please do not forget to tune in and keep updated on what will transpire. That's before the Premier League starts this weekend. Well, from me, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, enjoy your day.
I'm here with a legendary Costa Kheiseb. You know this man, he played in South Africa, and Brave Warriors legend indeed. Here, top scorer of the Brave Warriors, if I can remember correctly. Mr. Costa, what have you been up to as a legend of the Brave Warriors? What have you been up to now?
Good day first. Lately, since 2012, we have been doing this former NPL players project, visiting smaller towns outside Windhoek and conducting coaching clinics. Recently, we went to Kheiseb and to Repoth, and in 2 weeks' time, we on the 25th of April, we're gonna go to Ochwarango, where we're gonna go attend again another over 40 former players and coaching clinic with what Black is masters. And in between, I'm here at DTS, as you can see. I've been here for the past 2-3 years with Oliver Riese at DTS, and also helping out here at DTS coaching clinic and with all boys here.
Okay, so as a legend, it's been a while since you played the game. Fans will probably want to know, what was your best game you think you ever played?
Is it now for the national team or club level?
Yeah, for national team.
For Brave Warriors, I think I'll single out the home match here against Kenya, 2007. It was a World Cup, African Cup qualifier against Kenya. We were 1-0 down, and myself and Vilko Riese, the brother of Oliver, scored the 2 goals. And I personally will single out that match because in the dying minutes, that's when I scored that winning goal. Yeah, and also I did the assist to Vilko Riese. So that's my most outstanding match here.
Okay, so the legend, and at club level, for which club and would you say was your best game?
All my success, I will say, was at Ramblers, because that's where I won that 30 goals per season Namibian Premier League goals. But the most outstanding match will be the 2003 NFA Cup final, where I played under late coach Eric Munyo. We beat Tigers 4-2 in the final, 2 assists and a goal. We won the NFA Cup final. And that one is, I think, the best ever match I played at club level.
Okay, and coming up against players in your years, who would you say was your toughest opponent?
Since I was a striker, I will say as a defender, there was a stocky player back then. The one player that everybody still until today, I think he retired 2 months ago, Neville Wanivi. He was so small and stocky, but he always gave me a hard time, and I personally will say that that's a player I've been respecting. And because it was, as much as he was so tiny, it was hard to beat him because he was just a die-hard defender.
Okay. and which player would you say you played with was one of the best you have ever seen grace the football fields, especially, let's say, in Namibia?
Except my idol Lolo Korasep, I will say Nico Lamola Nicodemus. I've never seen a skillful player. It's just a pity that he chose working career on top of football. But this boy was so skillful, talented. He could dribble, he could pass, he could score. I think the best ever player. One of the best ever players Namibia has produced, and I've played along at Ramblers. So
looking at the current Brave Warriors setup, and looking at where would you want to see this team with the talent that we have, what do you think needs to be improved in order to have some consistency?
Namibia is one of the countries which has been blessed. As much as we have often fill-in fights, we always qualify for Champ Cup, the African Cup, and all those things, and we are blessed with talent. The only thing that needs to be sorted out is the house, because we don't have a program from grassroots level till the national team. As soon as that setup is on paper, the rest can be practical. That's the only thing that must be fixed.
Thank you so much, Costa.
Okay.